I've received an email from Google about an application that I have published to Google Play quite some time ago. It now requires me to upgrade the API level requirements, and that's the Friends app. And I decided to actually record this. How am I going to approach the entire thing? Because I have zero clue what to expect. The application is quite old. So if you take a look into this repository, the last time I've touched something, it was 2 years ago. So I would like to see, to clone the application, see what state it is at, how we can upgrade to the latest and make Google Play happy. But then also because this application was built actually when I was writing this course. This is a course about test-driven development. So I would like to see this application, how, like what state it is at and how we are going to fix it. So I decided to record myself. Then it might be valuable for everybody to see how is this process gonna go. So first thing, I'm going to clone this project because I don't have it on my computer currently. We can actually utilize this project for a bunch of other exercises, like maybe we can just contribute to this to improve, because like I was building this with the very first versions of Compose. It wasn't even maybe official release, so maybe it was 1.0. So I would assume lots of the things are deprecated, maybe it wouldn't even compile. So let's see. If you want to participate in such projects and challenges so that you can sharpen your skills, boost your knowledge and confidence, find a link below this video and join our Android devs community. See you inside. Now, let me open Android Studio and open the project and see what we are gonna get. So this is quite surprising, quite interesting. I always like doing these things to see what challenges I'm going to face. Quite a bit of README here, like not even close to enough. So I just put here what libraries I'm using, project outline, nothing, literally, like the documentation could be improved quite significantly. So, okay, it tried to sync the project and right away it gives me an error because like your build is currently configured to use incompatible Java and Gradle. So what can I do? It is giving me a hint here to upgrade to Gradle 9.0. So let's actually try that. So I'm only going to use, so the first thing that I want to point out here is when Android Studio suggests me something to do for me, I'm gonna just let it do that. So I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna try to improvise on my own, because I have Git, I have everything there, and like I can literally revert if it doesn't work. So let's first try to trust Android Studio. If everything goes well, fine. Otherwise, you can just revert, right? So this, I assume, will take some time, because I don't have cached that version of Gradle before. I think it was 8 with something, the latest one that I've tried. So this one is 9.0 milestone 1. And this project, by the way, was not modularized, if I remember correctly, but it was packaged in a way that I can modularize it properly. So sync issue, what does it say? Re-download dependencies and okay, seems like my... So it says that I am not connected to internet, apparently, but I am. So maybe this version is not like the version that I want to use. Let me see quickly in a TOML. Okay, there is no TOML, so I have to actually fix that too also, looks like. So Kotlin version 1.9.0 is not that old, so we can maybe utilize this project to introduce version catalog. That's interesting. But I have, okay, Gradle tools, Kotlin version, and Compose version 1.5.0. This is so old. Okay, 1.9.0. What I'm willing to try is, let me see what I've got here. Try again. I am going to see what Gradle version do I have, what Java version I'm using. So here I'm using 17, which is pretty decent, I would say. And we'll have to replace this with a Compose compiler. But let's see first we can get this going without, only to update the Gradle version. So what I will try is look into another project to see what Gradle version do I have. Let's say this one. So if I go to Gradle wrapper properties, okay, it's not that milestone thingy, although this one says, okay, this one is the one of the latest stable ones. I'm gonna take this one, if this all works, and it seems like it does. So I'm simply going to go back to my project, find my Gradle properties. So instead of this one, I'm gonna use that one. Try to sync again, and let's see, because that milestone doesn't seem like a published version or a stable version. So maybe that's why it was throwing an exception. And that's true. So probably this time it's gonna work. So if it works, the first thing that I'm gonna try to do, actually my strategy is gonna be increase that version number to the target from 35 to 36, or 34 is it? Let me see. So the build.gradle, it's 34. It has to be 36, I guess. And try to build, and if everything works fine, good. I'm gonna just run the test, see if everything is working. I'll deploy, like I'm gonna push this, so the CI/CD is already set. It is going to deploy a new version on Google Play, and I'll make Google Play happy. And then I am going to, probably in a separate video, try to update other things, or maybe we can start collaborating on this project to see if there is interest, of course, to see if how we can improve like all the deprecations and stuff. Now, as we can see now, the application synced. Let's actually try to run maybe. The strategy is going to be that I will update this, and then if everything works, oh, it doesn't. Okay, So let's see. It says deprecated Gradle features were used in this build. Let's see if I can update. Well, Java 17 is pretty okay. If I take a look in this other project, Gradle, well, Toml is Java 17. Android Gradle plugin, it is 8.10.1. Let's try that one here as well. So it should be into which? I think this, yes, this one. Run selected steps. So maybe I should have actually do tools and then use the Android SDK upgrade assistant, which is basically upgrade project from AGP. So that's the one. I think the Gradle plugin, the build plugin version should have been updated. So view files, cancel. I think I have to also update the git ignore to ignore the entire idea folder. Now I'm gonna try to run again. Now that this one has updated, so is that okay? This is even newer version. And then Kotlin 1.9.0 is not that old, which means that we should be still able to use the compose without the compiler plugin. So here it means that I don't have to remove these compose options. It is only when I use Kotlin 2.0 and up. Okay, the application is running. Cool. It's awesome. Now I'm gonna make a commit just for the time for now. So like I have branch main here. I'm just gonna go to fix. Let me move myself somewhere. Sync now. Play. It should play. It should work. Nice. Now I can try again this update assistant to see. So you see it says Android. So I just have to, it is not automatically going to do anything. It just asks me to do gradual updates. I'm directly going to say update 36. Target 36. Yeah, this is gonna be like it says, like you did not use the tooling. So I can just say I know what I'm doing here. And let's try to run. So there is lots of things that can be improved in this project, and I think it's gonna be a great source for us for doing content. Okay, that worked. I'm going to commit this as well. And what I'm gonna do next is I got some tests here that I would like to run. So let me see if I can do this. And I have some UI tests here. Let's see if that's gonna work. I'm gonna move myself. And if they are working, if everything is okay, I'll just push to the repository, and that should create a new version. And then I'm going to create a plan what to do. So basically what I would like to do is we can utilize this project to migrate to version catalog, to introduce, like to update the versions to Compose latest, Kotlin latest, then go through the code, find deprecations, update some of the things. Like here, the bottom navigation is not the latest. There is no material tree, none of that. It's like all old versions, like everything. Like we can maybe explore a little bit, but yeah, here are the UI tests working like a charm. As you can see, I really like this. And yeah, this application was done with test-driven development, testing both the UI and the logic while building it. And I demonstrated in that playlist both approaching from the UI towards the lower level details and vice versa. So like when you're test driving code, like, and when you're confident in it, it doesn't really matter from which side you are starting. So all these tests, what they do, they are testing flows. And as you can see here, all tests, all the flows has passed. That's amazing. I really like this. And as you can see, this application was built with test-driven development. Actually, let me make myself bigger so I can make a better point. This application was done with test-driven development, and I haven't touched it for 2 years. And I just updated very bare minimum here, and everything works like a charm. So testing really pays off. That's what I'm saying. Cool. Let's make smaller me. What I'm gonna do is, yeah, I've got everything that I wanted. Delete that crap. And I'm going to check out main, and I'm going to merge these. So I'm gonna push main, I'm gonna delete this, and now what's gonna happen is that here in the actions it should start running, and when finished there will be new version on Google Play. So I'm gonna wait for this. This request has been automatically filled because it uses deprecated version of actions upload artifact. Okay, well, I'm not gonna be doing this inside these videos. I'll update the requirements of these actions and everything. So I'm gonna fix the CI/CD of the camera because it's not relevant for this video. But yeah, once I do that, I'll ship a new version to Google Play to satisfy Google and the requirements. And then let's actually talk inside the community how we can proceed with this project to collaborate or contribute to it, or see how we can update it. What needs to happen next in the continuation is we have to update not only the versions that are related to the actions in the GitHub Actions to make the CI/CD work, but I'll also have to make additional updates because the CI/CD for this project makes 2 APKs, one of the actual application and another one for testing, and then it utilizes the Google Firebase Test Lab to perform the UI tests, and only when both unit tests and UR tests are working, only then it is submitting to Google Play. So let me know in the comments below if that's going to be something interesting for you to watch, and I'll make that part of the recording of the next one. And only then we can approach introducing the version catalog and updating the dependencies and everything else. If you want to participate in such projects and challenges so that you can sharpen your skills, boost your knowledge and confidence, find a link below this video and join our Android devs community. See you inside.